Hey Pisces, it's tarot time. My name is Kelsey and this is going to be your tarot reading. If you're not a Pisces and you're watching this video, you can look at your birth chart and find what house Pisces is placed in. Every house represents a different area of your life, so if you receive this reading through the lens of that area of your life, you'll find that it resonates a lot more. Since this is a timeless reading, if the title resonates with you, then this is probably going to be the reading for you. I'm saying probably to invite you to use your intuition, and if the first card resonates with you, then this is probably going to be the reading for you as well. So I'm going to start shuffling and let's see what your first card is. So your first card is the Two of Swords in reverse. I feel like there is a non-committal energy here. It feels almost as if you can't focus, like you have a task laid out ahead of you and you can't focus on anything. It feels super, like you may want to be committed, but you just can't seem to bring yourself to do the thing or focus or, you know, get shit done. Like it just feels like there's a block there and it feels super frustrating because you want to get everything done and you want to be able to focus, and you look around you and people seemingly are getting things done so easily and you're like, okay, what am I missing here? Because their experience and my experience seems like we're having two completely different experiences, and I would like to easily be able to focus. I would like to easily be able to get stuff done, but I can't seem to do it, and so I want to know what's the missing piece here. Like, what do I have to do differently, know differently, perceive differently, etc., for me to be able to focus so easily and get things done? I'm going to start shuffling again and let's see what cards come out after that. So next you have the Three of Wands and you have the Four of Pentacles. So I feel like you are almost procrastinating. You're looking outside of yourself at Instagram, at TV shows, at movies, at food, etc. to try to... It's almost like you can't focus, you feel terrible, you look to all of these various means of escapism, it makes you feel even more terrible, but it also satisfies the part of you who isn't able to focus, which then makes you hold on to the thing more and just attach to it more, and then you get caught in this loop of, why can't I seem to focus on anything? Next, we have the Ten of Swords and we have the Empress. So you have an idea of who you want to be. You have an idea of who you want to be like. You have an idea of, you know, people who you look up to. This may come out as jealousy. It may come out as envy. But it's almost as if you're looking at people who are so easily able to do what you want to do, and you're like, man, I wish I was like them. Like, I wish I had it easy like them, because it just seems like they have it so much easier than me. I don't really understand what is the difference between me and them, and how do I get myself in their position. Cards are being very noisy, but nothing's decided to come out. I feel like that may be what your brain is like, to be honest. Like, there's a lot of chatter, but there's not very much, like, if you're trying to write an essay or something, there's not very much words that are coming out. There's not, like... Okay, anyway. So your next card is the Six of Swords and the Tower card. So, I mean, obviously when you don't focus on something and you just let something slide, the Tower moment happens. But then you also don't want to let things slide, and so there's this, like, you know, pulling all-nighters and then not really doing anything, doing a lot, doing nothing, and it's just this back and forth. And it's super frustrating. So beneath the deck, we have the King of Pentacles, and then we have the Page of Wands, and then we have the Judgment card. I feel like you're being way too hard on yourself. And also, you comparing yourself to other people is killing you on the inside. So here's the thing. On one hand, if we compare ourselves to other people, it gives us it makes us feel like we're not alone, and it makes us feel as if we're a part of the herd, so to speak, and it makes us feel as if we're safe on the same path. But comparing also makes us miserable. So here's the thing, if you don't compare yourself to other people, then what is your anchor? What is your reference point? Because if you don't, you're using the comparison as a reference point. So it's helping to keep you stable, but it's also making you miserable. So the solution is to stop comparing yourself to other people, because the reason why you're having so much trouble focusing is because you're so hard on yourself. And the reason why you're so hard on yourself is because you're comparing yourself to all these people. And the reason why you're comparing yourself to all these people is because you're using them as reference points, because they make you feel like you're on the same path and they make you feel safe to an extent. So if you stop comparing yourself to other people, then how are you supposed to make yourself feel safe? And what are you supposed to use as a reference point? Well, you could use a future version of yourself. Like, if you take the most evolved, most divinely guided version of yourself and you compare yourself to yourself in the future, you're not going to feel miserable. You're just going to feel motivated, because how can I be better? How can I, make myself the best version of myself? So instead of using other people as a reference point, just use future versions of yourself. And I'm sure if you really tried to imagine it, you can imagine this future version of yourself and the best case scenario of what could happen, who the best version of yourself is, how they go about their day, what they do, etc. If you compare yourself to that version of yourself, you're actually getting there. It actually gives you the steps in order to get there. And then soon you're going to be able to embody that version of yourself. And then instead of feeling undermined by comparison, you're just using it to motivate you to get to the next level and level up within yourself. So that's it for this reading. I'm going to leave this here. I hope that this resonated with you, and I will see you in the next month. Bye, Pisces.